I am Na Hoffman, and we're here today basically because we have organized the community to come together to clean up, sanitize our environment. Interestingly, about 4 weeks ago, I was in this town to donate to my alma mater, which is the boarding school up the hill. Now, as I drove down the hill, I could smell the gutters and the stench coming out, even though I was in my car. And I felt that obviously we all become what we become as a function of what foundations were laid for us. And my foundations were laid in this town. The people of this town were very kind to us as pupils of the boarding house. They didn't see us as guests in the village. They saw us as their children. We could come to town and fetch water from their homes for free. So if I could smell this, then there was a responsibility on me to then organize myself, a few of my friends who could support me to do this, and basically come clean the place, sensitize the people as well to appreciate that cleanliness of our environment is our responsibility. We have issues as a nation when it comes to drains, especially when it rains on an annual basis. We see flooding and things like that. Now, the indiscriminate disposal of refuse is a big challenge. As you can see, the drains that we're digging right now, yes, you would see some sills in the form of sand and all of that, but you can see pure water carrier bags, you see drink bottles and all sorts of things coming out of there, which tells you that people just chuck things everywhere they prefer. So the responsibility really fell on me to come back, give back to the community in which I think I had my foundation. Having said that, my mother hails from this town as well. So the choice of this town is also the fact that this is my roots, basically. I believe that it is a good cause, and so it shouldn't stop on a one-day event. Clean Elmina would carry on. I can't give an assurance that it will be a monthly thing, but I know that it won't stop today. And hopefully it would extend to other parts of the country as well. The people of Elmina are amazing. There's been significant collaboration between myself and the key stakeholders of the town, traditional rulers, the political. We've had very good collaboration with the people. The assemblymen on ground have also helped. As you can see, I don't live here, but look at the people out to support, which tells you that there's been significant collaboration with the key people on ground to get all these people come out of their homes on a Tuesday morning. It could never be best. I mean, like I said, we have issues. Even in the capital we do. There's another part of me from Accra, and Accra, where I come from in Jamestown, we have similar issues. So yes, we do have a problem as a nation, and as way forward, we all need to come together as a people. You don't have to be a politician to do some of these things. Any individual like myself who is willing to do something, a group of people can come together and do things like this for the community. We don't have to be politicians. We can all do it. It just takes a few of us coming together, dig the drains, have some fun, and hopefully come again another time, I guess. I believe that government probably is doing its best, but there's a lot more that can be done. It can never be enough until we get to the point where we have clean drains, we have clean environments where people are not falling sick because of dirty environments, mosquitoes are not killing us out of mosquitoes and malaria and things like that. I don't think we are there yet. There's still a lot more work that can be done. Education is critical, like you said, and we need to sensitize the people, the municipal assemblies and all need to work harder at what they're doing. They may be doing a lot, but I think a lot more needs to be done for people to appreciate the value of what we are doing today. Cleanliness is our responsibility. A lot of us sit back and say the government has to do it. Now, if you ask ourselves, who is government? Government is you and I. And so there's a responsibility on all of us to come together and do this. I know there's been several comments passed here and there, even in the community, as to whether or not, is that going to be our new MP and things like that. Honestly speaking, this is not politically motivated. This is because I want to give back to the community. I just want to do this, not political at all. It is more probably from the fact that as a professional in some of the things I do, I run cleaning businesses, and so cleaning is actually on my heart when I go everywhere else. And so as my final message, people need to appreciate some of these things. People in the diaspora who have been very supportive in doing what we've done today. let's all come together and give it our very best.
My name is Francis Bansa, the Assembly Member for Bakano Electoral Area. And I'm very, very happy of this initiative that Dr. Benedict Hosma bring on board. I think it will really help the environment because nowadays people are not interested when you ask them to come and then do this cleanup exercise. So with this initiative, I'm very, very, very happy because it has been my concern for all this while. So with this initiative by Doctor, I'm very, very happy. And at the same time too, some people are staying aloof, watching us, which is not good. Wasn't the best at all. So I will urge the Assembly to put some measures in place that will put fear in them so that whenever we are doing this exercise, they will all come on board to support it. Because it has been my concern for all this one. And one thing is we have a Mantonio border, a refuge dump beside the lagoon. So that one, I'm urging the assembly, this assembly, and at the same time, the NGOs to come into our aid to help us remove that border because it is closing the lagoon. So from here, as media, I will take you there to have a look at it so that you help us to.
How long has it been there?
Oh, that one, it has been there almost 20 years. Yeah, almost 20 years. And because the refuge, Bakano electoral area, my electoral is densely populated. It's very, very densely populated. And we are having only one container, which is not enough for us. So I'll use this opportunity to urge the assembly to come to aid. The containers, at least, if they give us 2 I think it is okay. Yeah, it will be okay.
And do you think that can also be affecting what you are doing?
Exactly. Because as such a densely populated like this, and we are using only one container, no, it's not enough. That's why we don't have any alternative for them. So the only alternative is to throw it in the lagoon or send it to where I'm complaining now.
From rosemary plant, my guy named Emananto Bakum. Porcho, any eye tonazo or corn. I'm the motonazo or corn, more box to be a medicinal upon us. I know me the rap the gum. Yenya no me be one end them. Cotton bag. And a chanchan about water is when we are wood. As either there waba pra or they go bowling 1 year. No was a good gotten. Nina to train Yalba at man. And then you pay at war another bucket of woody or another one hour you also an uncle. If you saw Okoyama or to train Yalba, you will call for so I will walk where you ma. Baller no, what you meant in solo topic. No way we're balling now what they go on your fine. Once I want to say no, yeah, men do my side. And coffee war on 1 year be efficacy house or best hour. It is why a man do woman, Miss Alpha, and many free and young woman, young men, you quay on Tumpa. What would be bad? Oh, Edna de won't quay no more affair. And then if she in a day at the bubble Ukraine. What so I'm a man from an annoy me, need your power. Or send us how a bonny hill, what can the young men do? Oh, I pay me to the ba him bebu a oba odi dede kan wo dansa na we tuma bi wo ebebenyin ba ho ye ye menjuma 1 year bi nipa ekura bi e ba asa na ye ye menjuma nti am ayem do oyem ni jesu de de menje se o butu won ho esiwo de sebna de bia butu ya ye menjuma nti am of mepe but na am so moto na ade wo kwan.
Okay, so we are here. The situation at ground.
It's a little disturbing. I mean, when the assemblyman mentioned that there was a problem that we needed to look at, I didn't envisage this magnitude. With this much rubbish sat here affecting the water bodies. I mean, when I was a little child in the school up the hill, like I always refer to, you could look down from up there and you could see the salt ponds. All you could see from behind you was ponds of salt where the salt makers or miners would be harvesting their salt. Now, what is behind me right now is what otherwise was a salt pond, now a refuse dump. This is not acceptable. This is not hygienic, especially considering that people bring their children to school just a few meters up here. There are people living just here. This is not acceptable. But then again, if the problem is where to take their refuse, then I'm sure as human beings, they're looking for a solution, which is how come they would have dumped it here. So maybe one of the things we need to look at immediately is find ways of identifying where the people of the neighborhood would actually safely dispose of their refuse and potentially save this water body. Save this water body from this, because if this is not stopped, eventually this is just going to stop the river, and then I don't know what's going to happen. I think it's a lagoon actually, but it's just unsafe. So immediately, maybe we probably need to look out for support from the world out there, stakeholders, the corporate Ghana, anybody who can support us to immediately get an excavator to dig this out, take it to the right place, the proper place where they need to actually dispose of refuse, and get skips for the community so they can safely dispose of their refuse for collection by the refuse collection companies and all of that. But this is certainly appalling, not acceptable for a community like Elmina.